worship. We thank you for giving us Facebook Live so that we can still worship together. We thank you, Lord. We thank you, Lord. We thank you, Lord. We thank you, Lord, for how you keep on blessing us in spite of us. We thank you, Lord, for how you keep on making a way out of once again, we thank God for our praise team, for ushering in the Spirit of God into this place, into this worship experience. We thank God for how he continues to watch over us and to protect us. At this time, I call your attention to the New Testament book of Acts, the New Testament book of Acts. The 27th chapter, and we will begin reading with verse number 39. Acts 27, beginning with verse 39. These words are recorded. And when it was day, they knew not the land, but they discovered a certain creek with a shore, into the which they were minded, if it were possible, to thrust in the ship. And when they had taken up the anchors, they committed themselves unto the sea, loosed the rudder bands, and hoist up the mainsail to the wind, and made toward the shore. And falling into a place where two seas met, they ran the ship aground. And the forepart stuck fast and remained unmovable, but the hinder part was broken with the violence of the waves. And the soldiers' counsel was to kill the prisoners, have mercy, lest any of them should swim out and escape. But the centurion, willing to save Paul, kept them from their purpose, commanded that they which could swim should cast themselves first into the sea and get to land. And the rest, some on boards and some on broken pieces of the ship. And so it came to pass, they escaped all safe to land. I want to preach for a few moments under the subject, surviving the storm using broken pieces. Surviving the storm using broken pieces. Lord, I need you to help me with this word. Yes. Remove Kevin right now that the preacher might have room to operate, that souls might be saved and lives might be changed, that someone might be drawn closer to thee. This is our prayer. We ask in the mighty name of Jesus. Let the redeemed of the Lord say, Amen. Amen. Surviving the storm using broken pieces. It's been said that one person's trash is another person's treasure. or that what is trash to one person can be found to be a treasure to someone else.
All right.
One person may find no value in something, but to someone else, they find it to be extremely valuable. We've been conditioned in this nation. We've been conditioned to think. Have mercy. At least some of y'all bougie folk. Been conditioned to think once something breaks, then it loses its value. And it is to be immediately discarded. Yeah, that's for you bougie folk. But for those of us who grew up around the way, we know that just because something is broken doesn't mean that some super glue can't put it back. Put it back together. Again. But for some, when they find when it is that they have something that's broken, then to them it loses its value. It is to be thrown. It is to be thrown away. But I'm so glad that we don't serve a God who thinks that way.
All right.
But we serve a God who specializes in taking what others consider to be trash. And God has a way of shining those things up and making them look brand new. I'm so glad that we serve a God who can take some coal and add some pressure to it and make it into a diamond. I'm so glad that we serve a God who is able to take an oyster and put some pressure to it and make a pearl out of it. I'm so glad that we serve a God who can take some ugly gold ore and put it in the refiner's fire, and the next thing you know, you have shining pure gold. I'm so glad that we serve a God who is able to take the trash of this world, the things that society has deemed to be of no value, and God can clean those things up and make them brand new. What are you talking about, preacher? Well, I stand as a witness, as an example myself, as a wretch in this world, but God can take that which was filthy and dirty and shine it up again and make it brand new. Coming to the text with me just for a few moments, we find the Apostle Paul. Can we cut the mic down just a bit? We find the Apostle Paul. We find the Apostle Paul like Jesus taking his final journey, have mercy, to Jerusalem to be crucified on that old rugged cross. Here was Paul taking his last evangelistic mission to Rome prior to his martyrdom. Here he was taking his final trip on his way to Rome, have mercy. And the Bible tells us there came a storm, have mercy. Here they were on the sea cruising, on Carnival Cruise Line. And Paul, though he was a prisoner at this time, still had adequate accommodation on the 7th or 8th deck, have mercy, of the cruise line. Although he was a prisoner, he still had certain privileges. We find them on this cruise on this cruise liner. And all of a sudden, there rose a storm out of nowhere. The Bible tells us it wasn't an ordinary storm, but it was called a Euroclydon. It was a Euroclydon storm. That means that it had typhoonic and cyclonic force winds. If it was in the southwest of the Atlantic, it would have been called a hurricane. But because of this geographic location, it was called a Euroclydon. It was equivalent to a level 5 hurricane. Have mercy on my soul. And it came out of nowhere. The sun was shining. The skies were blue. But all of a sudden the storm came out of nowhere, and it turned the ship upside down. I wonder, do we have anyone who's watching us on Facebook who was living life? One day life was sunny and the skies were blue, but all of a sudden out of nowhere, here comes a storm that turns your life upside down. Have mercy on my soul. We dread those storms of life that come out of nowhere. Sometimes that storm is in the form of losing a loved one, where we have someone that we loved very much, but all of a sudden one day they were with us, and all of a sudden the next day they're gone. It's a storm in our life. Sometimes the storm comes in the form of a diagnosis of cancer. One day we're perfectly fine. But on the next day, after a meeting with the doctor, we find ourselves in a place where we've never been before. The storms of life oftentimes seem to come out of nowhere, unexpectedly. If we knew it was coming, if we saw the forecast, we can brace for it, we can prepare for it. But sometimes those storms come out of nowhere, and we don't know how to handle what to do in the midst of those storms. Here they were in the midst of a Euroclydon, of a devastating storm, a level 5 hurricane, a storm that came out of nowhere, and it was with them for several days. Have mercy on my soul. It was with them for several days, and they came to the place where they felt all hope was lost. Have you ever been there before? Have you ever had a storm in your life where you felt like all hope was gone? Where you felt like you weren't going to make it out of this storm? When you felt like you were all by yourself in the midst of this storm? That nobody understood your storm? That nobody cared about your storm? Have you ever been in a place where you felt like all hope was gone? And here they were. Going from a sunny day to where all day is filled with darkness. And they lost hope for survival. Have mercy. And it says that it was then that Paul, the Apostle Paul, stood up in the midst of the people on the cruise ship. Have mercy. He stood up and said, "Don't fret. Don't be afraid. Because God sent an angel to me last night." And God spoke to the angel last night and said, not only will I survive the storm, but everybody on the ship is going to survive the storm. Have mercy on my soul.
to remind somebody how there are sometimes, have mercy on my soul, that when you are a child of God, that some folk around you are going to be blessed just because of their association with you. Oh, I wish I had a witness in the house. How there are sometimes that some folk are blessed simply because they have you in their friends, in their friend zone. Have mercy on my soul. There are some folk on your job who are being blessed right now simply because you've been employed by the same employer and they happen to share the same office with you. There are some folk in your family, have mercy, who are blessed simply because they're living in the same house or because they are of the same blood as you. There are sometimes that folk around us are blessed simply because God wants to bless you. It's called an overflow blessing. God wants to bless you so good that you can't hold all of the blessing and it begins to pour out of you and everybody around you. Here God says, I'm going to save everybody. Wow. Just because my son Paul is on the ship. And here he was. Here they were cruising. They did not see any sun, but every day was nighttime. Have mercy. Have you ever had those experiences where it seems like night lasts 48 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours? Have mercy on my soul. Here they were, several days without seeing any sunlight, in darkness for 2 weeks, 14 days. Have mercy. But here in the text, we find it says, but when it was day, have mercy. Don't you know that trouble won't last always? The Bible says that weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming. Have mercy. Joy is coming in the morning. When it was day, have mercy. They knew not where they were. Please understand. Sometimes storms will position us or put us in a place with which we are unfamiliar. Have mercy. Sometimes storms can turn us in such a way, can twist us in such a way where we find ourselves in a place, have mercy, where we are unfamiliar. What are you talking about, preacher? Have mercy on my soul. What are you talking about, preacher? Well, sometimes the storms of life may come. Have mercy on my soul. Wherein we find ourselves in unfamiliar territory. Have mercy. Here they were in a place, they traveled there several times. They made the journey from Caesarea to Rome several times. But because of this storm, they found themselves in an unfamiliar place. Have mercy on my soul. Sometimes we find ourselves in an unfamiliar place. One day we're perfectly fine. And then the next day we find ourselves having to take a concoction of medication just to stay alive. One day we're used to cooking, have mercy, cooking for two, dinner for two, and we continue to cook dinner for two, but all of a sudden we remember that only one of us, have mercy, will be eating at the dinner table. Have mercy on my soul. Sometimes the storm of life can put us in a place that we're unfamiliar. Have mercy. But even in the place where we're unfamiliar, how many we know that God will give us a ray of light to let us know that all things are working together for our good. Even in the midst of the storm, God still has a way to let us know that I've never left you nor forsaken you. Even in the midst of the storm, God has a way to remind us how that he is still on our side and that he's still working everything for our good. The Bible says they were in a land that they were unfamiliar. But there in this unfamiliar place, they saw a creek that had a shore. Have mercy on my soul. Whenever you're in a storm, whenever you're in a literal storm, in sea, out to sea, have mercy. Then the one thing that you're glad to see when you're in a storm in sea, the one thing you want to see is dry land. Have mercy. Here they were in the midst of a storm. How being tossed to and fro, but God showed them that I still have things under control. And they saw a beach. I don't know if it was a beach on Jamaica, if it was a Daytona Beach, if it was Palm Beach. I don't know what type of beach it was. But they saw a beach and they said, if we can just get to the beach, have mercy, I know that everything will be all right. And so they did all they could to make it to the beach. I'm closing. They did all they could to make it to the beach. But on their way to the beach, it says that they ran aground. Have mercy. Now, they were on the sea. Have mercy. And they were sailing on the sea. They had their mark where the beach was. Dry land, have mercy. But on their way to dry land, have mercy, the storm is still going. But on their way to dry land, they didn't reach the land yet, but on their way to dry land, it says they ran aground. That means that there was some sand underneath the water that they could not see with their natural eyes, but it was still there to block them from getting to where they wanted to go. I stopped by to tell somebody, just because you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, how many know the devil still has a plan to stop you right where you are? But I stopped by to tell somebody how that our God is greater than any plot or any plan that the devil has despised against us. Here they were. They ran aground. And the Bible says, I'm closing, the Bible says the front of the ship stayed intact, but the back of the ship was broken into pieces. The front of the ship stayed intact, but the back of the ship was broken into pieces. You're going to get it in a minute. The front of the ship stayed intact, stayed whole, it was preserved, have mercy, but the back of the ship was broken into pieces, have mercy. And the Bible says that some of the soldiers, have mercy, some of the soldiers made up their mind, we're not going to let the prisoners go. We'd rather kill them, have mercy, than allow them to escape. Have mercy. Can I just drop this one jewel before we go? Can I just drop this just for a moment? The guards, have mercy, the officers, law enforcement was determined to kill the prisoners rather than allow them to escape. Have mercy on my soul. Watch this. The prisoners were on their way to have their day in court, have mercy, which means they were not on trial yet. And so they were not guilty, had not been convicted of any crime. Have mercy. You're going to get it in a minute. And so they were innocent until proven guilty. But yet law enforcement would rather kill an innocent person than allow them to go free. Doesn't sound eerily similar to what we're experiencing today. Some law enforcement would rather kill an innocent man who was not convicted of any crime, would rather kill him or her than allow them to be set. Have mercy on my soul. We got to go. And so it was that they counseled to kill the prisoners rather than allow them to go free. But the centurion stood up because he was minded to save Paul. When you are on divine assignment and are anointed by God, don't you know no devil in hell or on earth can touch you? Don't you know that the God who sits high also looks low? That God will protect you through all of your storms. Come hell or high water, God will still make a way out of no way. Oh, I wish I had a witness in the house who understands that God is a shelter, our protector in the midst of the storm. The devil wanted to kill him, but God said not so. And so the centurion stood up. Have mercy, the centurion stood up. The centurion stood up. The centurion stood up and said, not so. He said, those who are able to swim to shore. But those who can't swim, have mercy on my soul. That's all right, I'll preach around the mic. He said, have mercy. Those who are not able to swim, I want you to pick up those broken pieces that came from the ship that provided shelter for you, that ship that provided security for you, that ship that you thought was your saving grace. It was destroyed. But God said, pick up those broken pieces. For I'm going to use the broken pieces in your life to progress you, to promote you to your next destination. I stopped by to tell somebody, don't get discouraged about the broken pieces in your life. But God can use those broken pieces to make you brand new. I know you've been through the storm. I know you felt like giving up. But hold on. Unchanging hands. Cruise on those broken pieces. Surf on those broken pieces. Glide